Alright, yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name, of course, is Safely, and today I'm bringing you guys a brand new video. So if you guys are familiar with my videos in the past and you guys love free-for-all, then this video will definitely be something familiar to you. If you guys have known me for a while, you guys know that back in the day, I used to play World War II FFA like it was a religion. Literally, I love that game. It was like the best game for FFA, in my opinion, since like BO2. Besides AW, of course, but we're not talking about that right now. Anyway, back in the day, I made a video called Safely's World War II Free-for-all Guide, or something along those lines. It was like a 40-minute long video where I broke down spawns, essentially, where to go, how to play free-for-all in order to be the most effective to hit clips or get to last. And today we're actually going to be doing the same thing, but with Cold War. I've actually been wanting to make this video for a long time. If you guys end up liking this, do you guys want to see one on the Vanguard? I can do that for you guys as well. Also, you guys, this video actually marks my third entry into the hashtag NorCalCOD recruitment challenge. So if you guys do enjoy this and you love like these awesome little guide videos I like to do, please let me know down in the comments. And of course, if you support NorCal Safely, make sure to go down there and drop that as well. Alright, now here's the thing about Cold War. There are actually a ton of maps. Not all of these maps are actually playable in free-for-all, and some of them are just kind of not even worth playing in general, so I'm not going to go over every single map, but I am going to cover the majority of them. Now, I know I said this in my last FFA guide, and I kind of ate my words, but I'm going to try my best to make sure this video is not 30 to 40 minutes long. I'm going to try and be quick, concise, to get you guys the information that you're looking for. So in this case, I think the best thing to do is actually just go ahead and start from the top and work our way down, starting here with Armada. Alright guys, so here on Armada, there are essentially pretty much two, okay, come on announcer, chill out. There are pretty much two main spots. The first one is going to be right here, and I guess you can kind of try over there as well, but basically what I like to do is I like to kind of control this spot up here. You can usually get somebody coming up there. Sometimes people will try and flank you here from this little ramp area, and always make sure to keep your eye on this door, because people love to run through here. Sometimes I'll scope walk it over here to get a quick kill, and then of course, like I said, up there, getting people running this way and this way. So right here's the main spot you want to be if you want to play on this side. I actually have not hit a clip on this side in free-for-all yet, so if you guys can hit on that side, please make sure to tag me in it and let me know. Now this other side right here is going to be the other side that you're going to want to main, just depending on your personal preference, of course. Essentially right here, pretty much the same. You're going to go ahead and look over here. Sometimes people will head glitch up here. They'll run over here to this side. They always like to jump off this little ledge right here too. And then of course you got the stairs, you got the other little ramp right here you can check on, and you got this little, I don't know, this little drop off right here too. But I've hit a couple clips over here. I have some really awesome clips that I actually really like. One where I'm kind of dancing on dudes over here. But yeah, Armada is not a bad map overall. It's actually one of my favorite maps for free-for-all. However, it can be a little difficult, and there are a lot of spots to essentially look out for. People can come at you from any direction. So honestly, you got to have that FFA IQ. But overall, this map is going to be a pretty solid one. Like I said, keep an eye out on basically all the sides. They can come from pretty much any which way. Spawns are not super reliable in this game, but they are, you know, kind of consistent, so just try and get those memorized, and honestly, you should be fine. Alright guys, so speed running through this, here we have Cartel. There are really only two sides to this map. This side is the only side you should really care about, because the other one is not really that consistent, but essentially, same basis goes, pretty much just 360ing around, making sure to watch every single entryway. So right over here, sometimes they will come up this little hill right here, they'll come around this backside, they also like to spawn over there, and they will come up like right over here, sometimes right over there, and you can always usually catch a dude running back over here. But essentially, what it'll look like is if you're doing this the right way, you first should be looking right over there, smack a guy right there, maybe some dude runs out here, you can get a guy right there as well. Just kind of depends on how the lobby's playing. And then of course you have the other side of Cartel. This one is somewhat solid, but I haven't really seen any clips hit on this side before. But same basis, 360ing around, just making sure you're checking all of your entryways. So right over there, sometimes they'll cut through the window and go through that doorway, like to come up this little hill right over here as well, and they always like to camp over here by this little blue box, which I find super annoying, but if you get all your spawns down, you should be perfectly fine. So like right over there, right down there, over here as well, and then over here they all like to run around. So just get your spawns down, get your knowledge going. Practice makes perfect, guys. But yeah, that's Cartel. Alright guys, so now we have Checkmate, and just like all the other maps, there's pretty much just going to be two basic sides. Right here we have this side, which we pretty much never see any clips on, but you can see some people coming through this room. Sometimes they'll climb through the window, go over there, or climb over this ledge right here. They also like to go into right here, which I guess is just another part of this room, and then they'll come out this way, and they always like to spawn like right over here and run this way as well. So you can kind of just circle around this area, get some people smacked up, can definitely find some clip potential over here, but it is relatively rare. Now, as far as the side I actually recommend to play on this map, it's going to be this side right here. I have hit a couple sick quad feeds over here on this side. You can pretty much look over here and then kind of run your way back over here. There's a spawn in that corner, there's a spawn in that corner. I'm pretty sure there's a spawn right over there, and then one right behind these crates and stuff too. But just as I said before, I know I sound like a broken record, but essentially just 360 it, learn your spawns, cover your bases, turn up your headset if you have to, because these guys are sweaty. But right over there, run on back here, can smack a guy going right there. Usually some dude will come up here and try and flank you. Easy quad feed, just depending how the lobby's moving. Every lobby's different. It's always going to depend on what's going on in your lobby, but this is my favorite spot on Checkmate. Alright guys, so here on Crossroads, there are again 2 main spots. This is arguably one of the best free-for-all maps, and there's a lot of clip potential on this one. Basically, right here, well, actually, now that I think about it, there's like 3 main spots. Right here, you can get somebody going down there. Some people will run out up there or run over here where these stairs are. You can also catch some dudes running in between here and then that exit right there. Slide over here and see some dudes over here as well. Essentially, you can get a good rotation going, getting people from over there, up there, and then kind of jump back over here to find some other people. There's kind of a weird middle spot that you can play right here as well. Some people like to get up on this box, just depending on personal preference. You can get people coming from any which way here, really. And then my favorite spot for this map is actually going to be right over here, where you can kind of circle this little box in the middle. And I hate this rock. Me and Mist, we call this rock Sweat Rock, because honestly, all the sweats like to camp behind it. But you can get people coming through this way, get people coming and spawning right over there and running through that way as well. And then I'll just hide on either side of the rock, because people are sweaty in this game. But essentially, like I've said 1,000 times before, make sure you're essentially rotating, doing the best you can to watch those spawns, make sure nobody's coming up behind you, watch your back, and you should have some really good success on this map. Alright guys, so here on Garrison, there are 2 main spots. Either side really works pretty well. This is my personal preference. I like this side much better. But you can pretty much circle around here. There's a couple spots that you can cover. Right over here, some people like to hide over there. They usually put a sentry gun over there, but it's pretty easy to destroy if you have C4s, a hand cannon, or a little Simtex you can throw. They'll also run right through this building. You can get them over there. They also like to spawn in that corner right over there and also run through this side here. You can also actually wallbang that for a really, really cool clip. I haven't done that personally, but I can't wait to see somebody do it, because I know it's only a matter of time, as long as people actually play FFA and get consistent with it. But if you're rotating, super easy to hit something here. Pretty much just checking all your corners, all your spots, get them as they're running out, get the guys out of the corners, and bang, just imagine a little wall bang there. That would be super duper clean. Now over here on the opposite side, this is also a very solid spot. You can usually catch people spawning right down there. Depending on where you're standing, you will see somebody spawn like right over here on this side as well. They also like to run out next to this crate. They'll run through here. It really is crazy. On this game, you pretty much have to check every single entryway, because you never can anticipate where people are coming from, because skill-based matchmaking is just a whole different beast in and of itself. But you can get a general idea. They'll also come from right over here or right in here, and they'll come right around here whenever they spawn over there in that area. But you can keep a nice little circle going, kind of using this little box here as cover, get some good kills here, get them as they're running out in the certain little entryways, catch them as they're running out over here, and you can even go right over here and catch them as they're spawning and get them right over here as well. Super easy to get some nice clips over here. I think I have like 1 or 2 quad feeds on this side if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, this map is super duper solid. Alright guys, so it is time for arguably one of the worst maps in the FFA rotation. I know that Mist may disagree with me on this here, and some other FFA players may disagree as well, but for me, I don't even have a clip on this dang map, but I can still show you where to play it. This is pretty much the only spot. You don't want to play anywhere else. I mean, I guess you can kind of dip over here into this middle bit, but it's all kind of the same spot at the end of the day. Basically, they're going to spawn over there in this area. They'll spawn over there as well. Right up here around this corner, they can spawn here too. Right up there by the bus, and they'll spawn back there. You can essentially circle it, just get some good little feeds, just depending on the lobby's running, of course. Get some people over there, maybe some guy running through the door here, slide over here, get a guy going up there, 360 it, get some guy with a steezy little kill right there, and then of course, right over here on this side, or right over here just a couple steps away, you can also circulate right here, because they can be top escalator, go over here, get a guy coming through there. There's also some spawns back here that you can focus. It all kind of just depends on how the lobby's playing. So yeah, those are the 2 main spots on this map. I wish you guys the best of luck. I can't hit anything on this map, but if you guys hit something, please be sure to tag me in it. Alrighty guys, here we go. We we are now on Satellite, a very, very solid map. Now, I personally don't have any clips on this map either. I know, how am I going to make a free-for-all guy when I don't have clips on every single map that I'm showing? It really is just that difficult. Now, I know that, you know, Mist, Rocky, they're slaying. They're big slayers out here. I took a break from Cold War. I don't have all the clips, but I do have a significant amount. You know what? I got some clips, and that's okay, because all that matters in this video is the spawns. So right here, you get some people spawning down there. Sometimes they can kinda, I think, end up right here in this little tunnel area too. They'll also spawn over here on this side as well. Really weird too, if you're this way, you can actually get somebody to spawn right up there and right back here at the same time. So if you're careful, you can get a guy there, kind of jump over here, right there, and then usually you can see a guy over there, and they also like to just kind of run back and forth over there. You can get a nice little pickup off of the sand dunes there. But essentially, if you're doing a full rotation, it'll look something like getting a guy right down there, slide over here, right there, look over here, find a guy down there, you can get a guy right there, and then just kind of aiming back here for the, you know, the Hail Mary shot, if you will. Personal preference, this is my favorite side. This is the one that I recommend, but there is the other side that some clips have been hit on as well, and I'm going to show you guys that right now. Alright, so right here is the other side, of course, and this one is kind of interesting. Honestly, this side has a lot of potential if you can really just kind of keep an eye on the spawns and things of that nature. Of course, that's really the logic with any map, but over here, you can catch some people up there. Some people like to run out that way. Sometimes they'll run out down the middle, and they'll be right behind these rocks as well, and they really love to just kind of hide in the sand dunes, so keep an eye out for the little gophers that like to run back and forth here. But essentially, it's just kind of a full 360 rotation in this spot, as it is on most maps. So you can get a guy right there, get a guy coming right over here this way, check the little dunes, maybe see a guy peeking his head out, bang, right there, and then you can usually catch him either like right here, so you can get a guy right there, or get a guy down here, and just keep on doing that rotation until you pretty much just hit your quad feed, or whatever clip you're going for. Everybody's gonna start somewhere. Maybe it's a triple feed, I don't judge, but this is the side that I don't really like too much personally. Like I said, the other side is the one that I usually recommend. Alright guys, you already know what it is, okay? It's Nuketown. Everybody's played this map before. You guys remember the BO2 free-for-all days if you're watching this video, okay? I know you do. There's really two main spots on here, that side and this side. I don't really think it's too overly complicated, but I will break it down. Sometimes they'll spawn right there. They'll spawn like over here on that side next to the car. They can also spawn back there and back there. And then right over here on this side, they can spawn back there. I believe right there, and then back in there as well. So you can do basically just a full rotation, getting somebody right there. Maybe he's peeking through garage, get a guy right there, run back over here. Maybe he's coming out the spawn right there, bang, and then kind of just keep on circling to get whatever clip you're going for. You can also go all the way back over here. Like I said, this side, the opposite side, is also good too. They like to spawn back here, and you can pretty much time it if you got that FFA IQ. I know not all of us do, but if you've been playing for a while, you know what I mean. But you can get a guy spawning right there, maybe get a guy running out of that spawn, zip back over here, guy kind of pops out, bang, and then circle back, and you can usually get another guy spawning there or over there. This map, super solid. It's honestly just kind of a free clip every time. For the most part, if you got a good lobby and you're playing Nuketown, you're usually going to hit a quad feed. Alrighty guys, so here on Raid. Now, I know if you guys remember the BO2 FFA days like I was talking about earlier, you guys will pretty much know the spots on here, but I'm going to go over them still anyway because I'm covering every map regardless. But there are basically three main spots, or I guess technically four, I don't know. I'll go ahead and show them to you, and you guys can let me know what you think. But really, there's a guy that can spawn down there, right in there as well. And then obviously you can watch all three of these entryways right here. So there, there, and there. And then just do kind of a full rotation. So you can get a guy spawning down there, slide over here, get a guy over there, slide back over here. You can usually catch somebody going in any one of these directions. Then slide back, check that door, and then that back way over there, just for a nice little clip. You can also kind of play it right here. I guess I'd refer to this as like the doodle knife flip spot, or the like Jev, whatever the hell that clip was, spot back in his intro. You can get people running that way, that way, that way, and obviously behind you too. This map does not play like BO2 does. Rarely does it ever play like that, because obviously SBMM is awesome, so don't depend on that spot. But that spot over there is kind of my favorite, and then obviously you can circle around in here, and then into this spot right out here where there's a spawn right there. There's a spawn right back there as well. And then I don't think there's a spawn in here, but I think there's one relatively close by. But you can circle around this area, get a couple clips with it, right there, 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 focus right back over here, and then maybe slide out over here for a cheeky wall bang. Who knows? But there's a lot of clip potential on this map. But yeah, basically this spot right here, kind of in this building if you want to mess around with it. I wouldn't play around in this building though, because you never really can hit a clip right there. Then there's, like I said here, the doodle or Jev spot, whatever you want to call it, manning all three of these entryways, and then this back way right here. And then of course right here, my favorite spot where I have quite a few clips, aiming down there, right in this room, sliding back over here, and then watching all the entryways. But yeah guys, that's going to be raid. Let's go ahead and move on to the next map. Alright guys, so here on the Pines, there are, I want to say, like 3 main spots for the most part. So there's right over here. This is probably going to be the best spot. This is where all the clips are regularly hit. Basically, you can catch people running up that little I was about to say ladder way, the little stairway right there, over here by the escalator as well. Sometimes they'll run around this corner, and then they'll spawn right in the corner back there. Essentially what that should look like if you're clipping is somebody maybe back there, slide in here, get a guy going up the stairway, check back here for the guy spawning in the corner, slide right over here, get a guy coming out that way, and then just kind of rotating, just depending on how the lobby's playing. And then for the third spot, we got like right here. This is super rare. You're pretty much never going to hit a clip here, but there is potential. Essentially, you can get guys coming through right there. That entryway right there as well. You can pick a guy up going up off the escalators there, right down there. I know there's a spawn, like, I believe right around here in this area. Running back here, some people will run from that little room right there, and they'll run back and forth in this room. So you can kind of do that little 360 play, just kind of depending on how the lobby's moving. You may be able to hit clip here. I've gotten pretty close, but I've never actually smacked one over there. And then for the last spot, it's going to be kind of right over here in a similar area, but not quite the same place. Basically, you can check that little entryway right there, check for the little galaxy room, and then this spot back there, and then going back over here to radio house. You can basically 360 this entire spot, potentially hit something super sick here. I haven't hit in this spot before. I've only ever really hit on the other side over there, but I do like this spot as well. If you guys end up hitting something on this spot, please tag me in it, because I don't think I've actually ever seen anything on this side before. Alright guys, so here on the legendary map Express, there are 3 main spots, 2 of which are relatively close to each other. Actually, now that I think about it, all 3 of them are kind of in the same spot. But right here, the first one's going to be on top of the train. The spawns on this map are pretty much all over the place, so they can go over here in this area, over here in this area, spawning back there, and back there too. And then obviously you can check in these little entryways as well. That's kind of just the on top of the train spot, so you can get somebody right there, maybe somebody running that way, slide over here, somebody going that way, and then you can kind of look over here as well, over here, over here. The second spot is going to be right down over here on the train tracks. I've actually almost hit some pretty crazy stuff in this spot. I like this spot quite a bit, this one, and then the other one I'm going to show you, which is right here. But you can kind of rotate it. Some people will always be head glitching like up here or right over here, so you can always just go over here, smack a guy there, get a dude coming over there, depending on how the lobby's running. Sometimes they'll run back and forth. You can get a guy there or pick a guy up off here in the window. And then of course you're always going to want to make sure that you check this spot right here. Sweats love to chill in this train, so make sure you check right here. You can probably get a free easy kill. And then of course jumping right over here, I like to kind of go back and forth in this spot. So what I'll do is I'll slide here, maybe grab a guy right there, look over here, check for that little spot, check back here in case they're flanking me, then run over here, check this spot right here, and kind of just rinse and repeat. So what that should essentially look like is like, let's see some guys running over here, bang, bang, 180 or whatever that was, bang, and then kind of just going back and forth depending on where they're running at, and you should be able to smack a little clip. So like I said, 3 spots up on train, right here in the actual train tracks, and then right here on this side that you can just go back and forth on. Alright guys, so for this map over here, Apocalypse, there are really 2 main spots. First one being right over here next to this truck. You can pretty much siphon back and forth in this area. Sometimes people will like to climb this little spot here. They'll run out this way, run out down there, and they'll be in this little building. You can always check this window, and then if you slide over here, you can check from there, there, or there. So essentially, doing a little full 360 here, you can go here, slide up, maybe get a guy right there, right here, do another turn here to catch a guy coming back over there, and then maybe catch a guy running back up over here. But essentially, this is kind of a super simple spot. I haven't hit anything over here. The best spot for me, in my opinion, is actually over here on the opposite side. So right over here on this side, this is my favorite spot. Usually people will spawn right over there. They'll spawn behind that little wall over there, and then they'll run over here through this building, or they'll run right over here through here. And then, of course, you always got to keep an eye out for right under here, because people can run up from basically all the way over there to over here. So you kind of got to keep your eyes out. You know, that's for most maps because you never know where people are coming from. But you can kind of get a good idea. Like I said, this game is super unpredictable. But essentially, what it'll look like if you're playing it right is basically sliding back and forth. Get a guy, pick him off right here. Get a guy going through that doorway here. Slide over here. You can check up there or over here. And then kind of go back right over here, checking this guy, and then looking back over here. And then you can hit some really good clips here. I've hit a couple quad feeds on this side, I believe. And honestly, this map is super solid. I don't recommend skipping this one. If you can get a good lobby, you can get a lot of good clip attempts. Alright guys, so here on Miami Strike, there are a couple different spots, but I'm going to show you the only one that really matters. It's going to be the only one that's really going to yield you a clip, in my opinion. And that's going to be this spot right over here. So next to this little green van, I guess we can call it the green van spot, if you will. But essentially, people will spawn right over there on that side, right over on that side as well, and then there's a spawn right back here too. So we can essentially go right over here, get a guy coming that way, slide over here, that way, check right here for this spawn that way, and then slide right back over here, and usually we can catch another guy running back and forth over here. So basically, super good clip opportunity here. I'm not going to share the other spots because they're not really feasible. Nobody ever really plays on the other sides, but right here is the best spot in my opinion. It's where I've had the most luck. I did hit a little kind of barrel Nosk ender on this spot, and honestly, it was super, super nice. You guys will see that here shortly. Not in this video, but in the next video that I'm going to be uploading here soon. But yeah, really good spot. I like this map quite a bit, and I wish you guys the best of luck for hitting here. Alright guys, so here on Diesel, there are two main spots. Over here is going to be one of the best ones in my opinion. Basically, there's going to be a spawn right over here, right on this side. There's a spawn like right back there behind that cacti, and then a spawn, I believe, right back up here. So you can pretty much circle it and hit something pretty nice if you're going like right here, smacking a guy coming through that door, come right back over here, get a guy at the back of the cacti, and then right over here, you can smack a guy there for a quad feed or a nice little clip there. And then, of course, we have the spot on the other side. So I've come close to hitting clips on both sides. I mean, I've hit clips on this side, but not the other one, but I've gotten, like I said, really close. Basically, over here, the spawns you want to look out for, somebody, I believe, can spawn, like, right back here in this area and right over here. And then there's a spawn right back there, and then a spawn somewhere around over here. But basically, just keep your eyes open. The lobby can move any which way on this map. So essentially, you can usually get a guy peeking right over there, slide back over here, you can usually catch a guy right here on this side as well. And then if you go back over here, you can usually find somebody coming through over here trying to sneak up on you, and then just kind of continue going right back and forth. So essentially, if the lobby's moving correctly, you can hit a nice little banger clip, just going back and forth here, smacking the guys as they keep running about, getting them wherever they're coming at, and hitting something super duper nice. But yeah, those are the basics for Diesel. Let's move on to the next map. Alright guys, so here on Standoff, there really is only one spot worth playing, and that's going to be this spot over here right next to this big gray or white van, I guess, whatever you want to call it. But essentially, people can spawn back there, run up there or down here. They can spawn over here as well on that side, and then down there on that side. So you pretty much can just kind of use this van as like your cover. Be careful though, because I believe this van can be blown up with like a grenade and stuff like that. But circling around, it should look something like going this way. A guy kind of runs back over here, you can get over there, and then guys running back over here, slide back over here, you can get a guy up there, right there in that doorway, and just keep on checking the back entryways, of course, and circling around the van. Technically speaking, I guess you could play over there on that side, but just based on how I've seen lobbies play on this map, I don't really think that side is super feasible. You're pretty much just going to want to focus on this side for any sort of clip potential. But yeah guys, that's Standoff. Pretty basic. Let's go ahead and move on to the next map. Alright guys, so here on Hijack, there are essentially two main spots, and it's pretty much just this side and the exact opposite side. So you can catch people running back over here. So people like to run back over there too, and then come through this side here, and then of course people will spawn on that side and that side. So if you're circling, doing your main circle here, just kind of watch where the lobby's going. You can usually catch somebody going down there, then catch a guy going that way, slide back and get a guy going up here, and then go right back on to check either that side or that side. But this side has a lot of potential. I've actually almost hit a quad head in a couple different crazy clips on this side, so I do vouch for this one quite a bit. The other side is honestly, in my opinion, just as good, so we'll go ahead and check that out right now. So right over here, you got to be really careful because it can get really hectic really fast. People like to spawn back here, back over there. They'll come right out that way or on the top right over here, and then right back here, of course, they'll spawn right, I think, back in that corner or back over there a little bit. But you can essentially just rotate it, essentially get some guy running back over there. Maybe there's a guy in here, grab that guy right there, check over there on those two spots. Then you can usually catch somebody running down this corridor here, and then pretty much just keep on siphoning back and forth, always making sure to check the top and bottom here, and you can hit usually a pretty sick clip if the lobby is running the right way, of course. But like I said before, before, that is going to be pretty much the case for any lobby. You can predict the spawns as best you can, but it's not always going to be the way it is. Anyway, guys, that is Hijacked. Let's go ahead and move on to the next map. Alright, guys, so essentially on Rush, there are two main spots here. The first one being this side, which I would say is the best side possible. Basically, you can catch somebody running out that way, somebody spawning back over here on this side. Usually they'll side between that side and that side as well, and then right over here you can catch them coming out that way, and then usually you can catch somebody right over here or right over there. But just as before, use the 360 method, go right about here and check that side, check this side right over here, and then slide over on this side and check this side as well, and pretty much just keep going back and forth until you hit the clip of your dreams. And then of course the other side over here is just the exact opposite side for the second spot. So running over here, past these tires, past this little bus here, is the opposite side. You can catch people coming right in here, right back there as well, of course right up that ramp on that side, and right here. So you can siphon back and forth. This is not as great a side, but it is okay. Catch them going right here, right over here on this side, maybe jump over here, get a guy in this corner, slide over here, give yourself some room to get right over there, and then right up here on the ramp. So this side is definitely going to be much more difficult than the other side, but Rush is just a crazy map to hit a clip on either way. So if you guys do end up hitting something on this map, please tag me because I'd love to see it. Alright guys, so here on DriveIn, there's pretty much only going to be this one spot here that you can siphon around. It's going to be kind of, I guess we can call it this truck spot. So basically, they'll spawn right on that side. They can spawn right over here as well. Sometimes they'll be camping in that window. You want to check this entryway, back over there, and then usually they'll spawn right back over here on this side as well, and sometimes run through that way. So basically, you can bop somebody there, run back over here, get a guy there or there, and you will have the best possible potential to hit a crazy clip. This map is actually super nice. If they're running the right way, then you are pretty much guaranteed a clip. But like I said before, it all depends on the lobby and everything going on there. But yeah, this is the main side you're going to want to focus on, just checking all of your entry points, and you should be able to hit a significant little clip here. Alright guys, so here on Slums, there are two main spots. This one right here, in my opinion, being my personal favorite here, because I've hit like 2 or 3 clips in this spot. But essentially the way it works is people will usually run right down here in that stairway. They'll spawn right back there. You can come up here. They'll usually run either right out here, right out there, and then sometimes you can catch them going right out here, and then you can essentially just rotate it for a clip. So usually the way that I would do it is I would slide down here, check right there, go look over here, get a guy right there, right up there. They usually run, or they'll run right there. You can smack them there, check right here in this area, and basically rinse and repeat, checking that side and that side, and then you can hit something really, really nice. And then of course the other spot is going to be on the exact opposite side. So this side is significant as well. I would say that I think this one would be a little bit more difficult, but essentially they're going to spawn right over there. They'll run right through this way. Sometimes they'll run through this building here, and then you can catch them spawning right over there and coming through this way as well. Circling it with the 360 method, kind of just checking back there, checking around on this side, slide over here, maybe catch them in the spawn right there, check that little doorway, come right over here, get a guy right there, and then essentially just go back and forth until you end up hitting your potential banger. Like I said, both sides are good, but the side that I'm going to recommend is the opposite side right over there. Alright guys, so here on Zoo, there's pretty much just one spot, and that's going to be this fountain area right over here. There are quite a few spots to cover, and it can get a bit overwhelming, but just try the best that you possibly can. There will be spawns right back here, back there, and back there. Also, there will be spawns back here, there, and over there. You can usually catch them coming up on that window, right back there, or right in that entryway or that entryway. You want to check right in there as well, right up top there, and come back here and check the left and the right side, of course, with that entryway there. So there is a lot of stuff to keep an eye on. Really just depends on how the lobby's moving, but this map is honestly a really, really easy map, and it has a lot of really good clip potential. But essentially, if you're clipping, what it should look like is basically coming back here, smacking a guy right there, maybe coming out this way, getting a guy in the back, checking the window, getting a guy there, getting a guy running that way, circle right back over here, smack another one, something like that. Like I said before, it all is going to depend on how the lobby is moving, but Zoo is a solid map. This is one that I definitely do not recommend skipping. Play this one every time because you are going to get some potential bangers. Alright guys, so for the final map of the video, yes, that's right, the final map, we've made it to the end here. We're going to be looking at America. So essentially, there are two separate sides to this map. This one being the worst side, the better side's going to be right over there. Basically, there are quite a few spots you can check. There's a spawn right behind this little bus stop right there. You can check right here in this room, right back there. Sometimes I like to climb up on the roof if there's some little ratty boys. Then you got shot right over here on this side as well. Obviously, doing the full 360 method, you can definitely get some solid clips here. Really just depends how the lobby's moving. And then, of course, like I said, the other spot is going to be directly on the opposite side, right over here next to, I believe this is a movie theater. You have the cinema. Basically, over here, there's a spawn back there, a spawn, I think, right here in this corner, and then a spawn right back there, and I think there's one, like, right over here as well. And then you can also slide back here. Like I said, there's a spawn right here. Then you can check in here as well in this little doorway. Doing a little circle here, you can usually catch somebody coming out that way, coming out right that way, circle back here, get that spawn right here, run over here, get a guy coming out that way, and then by the time you're back over here, there's usually another guy running out that way, or somewhere right over here. Or sometimes a guy will be camping. You can catch him right up here on the roof. Just depends on how the lobby is playing. But this map has a ton of potential. This side, like I said, is the best side in my personal opinion, and I would definitely recommend playing on this side versus the other one. But yeah, I have not seen too many clips on this map, so if you guys do hit some stuff on here, please make sure to tag me in it. I'm super interested in seeing all of that good stuff. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it. That is all of the maps that you really should be bothering to play on Cold War and all the little spots you can hit in FFA. I'm sure that I sounded very, very repetitive, but at the end of the day, the real point was to get the point across for where you need to go on these maps and essentially where to focus to hit the best possible clips or to get to the last of your trick shotting. Not too sure why you'd be doing that on this game though, because there is no kill cam, but to each their own. I do hope you guys did enjoy. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this is going to mark my, I believe I said, 4th entry for my hashtag NorCalCOD response. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you support NorCal safely, please make sure to drop that down in the comment section below. But without further ado, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, happy, free-for-all, playing, hunting, whatever it may be. See you later.